Hey friends, what's good? Welcome to Storytime. So today's story is a little bit about health and eating habits. So I've been sort of training like with a bodybuilder mind for about 3 years now. I've lost 100 pounds and I've been trying to keep that weight off. But what ended up happening is my husband passed away. So in the middle of all of that kind of commotion, I started eating strictly animal based, and I've been in keto for a little over a year now. I've been actively in keto. I kind of chose to do that with my body almost just to see what would happen because I was carb forward my whole life. I love cake, cookies, ice cream, sugar, loved sugar. And I don't know if you saw a prior story, but uh, I had 5 tumors, and we all know tumors love sugar. Ooh, they cancer feeds on that stuff. So I had to figure out a way to eliminate the sugar from my body that I was constantly consuming. And I I decided willingly to go pretty much purely animal based and very few carbs for over a year, and it worked. But there are a few things that happened to me that I'm not happy about, and I only just discovered that a lot of these things have been kind of happening because I allowed them to. So I'll just get a couple of things straight here. I had full arthritis. I had rheumatoid arthritis for 12 years. I could barely move my fingers, my toes. My body hurt tremendously for a very long time. And I was recommended that if I stop eating mono-stomached animals, chicken, like there's a lot of things, poultry, pork, and different things like that, and stop eating tomatoes and potatoes, different things that were causing me inflammation, that it would get better. And so that was kind of the one of the very first things I did was eliminated a lot of those foods. And I've actually completely removed arthritis from my life. So I am one of those people that stopped eating certain foods, and it actually helped tremendously. And I'm not saying nothing else helped. Arthritis doesn't just go away. But when I stopped eating a lot of specific foods, the arthritis went away. And as a nurse, you can feel that every day. You know your body. You get used to the pains and the different things. Haven't had any of that. No swelling, no nothing. So changing my diet in the beginning was pretty much to eliminate the arthritis and to try to lose some weight. So, but the last year that I've been on keto, one thing I realized is that without carbs and without enjoyment in food, life sucks. It really sucks. And so recently, I went into a completely different mindset that yes, I can have things, and no, I'm not going to gain back the weight. And yes, I'm going to continue building my body and get into the bodybuilding that I'd like to do. So I slowly started to incorporate things back into my diet. And the one thing I did incorporate, and it did not work, it did not, was poultry. I can't touch poultry. No chicken, no turkey, no nothing. It does not react well with my body. It swells everything and it's immediate. I get it within minutes. So I don't touch that anymore. But I have incorporated a few things that I haven't eaten in about 5 years, and that's tomatoes. Very minimal amounts of raw tomato, like fresh tomato. Can't do tomato sauce, that kind of stuff. That's way too much. Um, I eat a lot of sea salt and apple cider vinegar and different things like that. I've never had a problem with any of that, and I've never had any kind of reflux or problems because, and it's all strictly because of what I eat. As I incorporate and take things out or put things back in, you can really see the difference that things make in your body. So what I decided to do was in the past couple of months incorporate tiny things. Just get them back in and try it. And so far, I've kind of decided that a little bit of pasta every once in a while, a little less fat. I was eating butter like it's going out of style. And as soon as I slowed my butter consumption down, I actually lost middle weight, which, women, we can't lose that middle weight. Maybe men have the same problem. It sticks right in here. And as soon as I stopped eating huge amounts of butter, because I used to put butter in my coffee, on every food, I would make butter sauce with my beef. And as soon as I sort of calmed that down, I realized that I can have butter, doesn't have to be huge amounts, but let's replace that. Let's have some cottage cheese. Let's have some, what else have I been eating? I usually eat a lot of eggs, probably a dozen a week. That's minimal. And I'm just saying that noticing your body and what it wants, is so important. But sometimes we just don't even allow it. Like back in the day, I was drinking a pot of coffee before noon and wondering why I couldn't sleep, why I had acid reflux, why my sugar was so high. It's because I put sugar in it. I never took that international coffee or anything like that. It was always cream and sugar. But as soon as I stopped drinking my coffee like that, I started using raw honey and real cream, but I was still consuming way too much. So there's just times where we're told, like we're telling ourselves, maybe I should calm down on the coffee. Maybe I should slow down on the chocolate bars. Maybe I don't need 10 cups of popcorn when I'm watching a movie. It doesn't mean you can't have this stuff. It means just really conscientiously think about what you're putting in your mouth, and your body will start working things through. So now I've incorporated a whole different diet, and like I showed on my Instagram, I tried a new energy drink which I've never touched, aspartame. I've never touched any fake sugars. I will have stevia. So now I'm looking for different things that I can have with a bit of stevia. But this energy drink, never had that kind of thing before. Reacted just fine to a half can of one. Doesn't mean I have to have it every single day, but when I want some caffeine now, I'd rather have either a cup of black coffee or, maybe a half of those energy drinks. And I'm not saying no to everything because I was strict and I was saying no. Like going out with me for dinner was a nightmare because, what do you want? Well, I can't have any of this. I don't like seed oils. I can't have the chicken and the turkey. And it's kind of a nightmare. But I've changed up the way I think about food now and understand that my body, my brain, like our brain needs cholesterol, we need fats, we need carbs, we need protein. So I'm on a high protein, mid-range carb, lower fat, and keep my calories at a certain point for maintenance right now. And when I'm going to build and lift more, I got more protein, more carbs. You really just got to be conscientious. So, if you're ready to do that kind of thing, I started this journey at 50 years old, and anybody can start because I'm 56 in July and I have never felt better and I understand my body more. So, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today was how serious we can get if we really, really want to fix our bodies. I have been cancer free since 2017. I will never get it again because now I understand why I was getting it. The manifestation of garbage we put in, the toxins, the sugars, they got to go somewhere, so they might as well go into a tumor, right? Don't even bother. Just start now. Get like a little cleaner living, cleaner eating, and exercise. And I'm not going to go into a rant about things because I'm different. I don't have anybody now to tell me what to do in my day. So I'm pretty much bodybuild, eat right, walk my dogs, do my art, that kind of thing. But not everybody can do that. So if try and fit something in a little bit every day, try and do something a little bit to make your life better, and you will absolutely love it because you're going to feel better. So anyway, that's all I want to say. That's 9.5 minutes almost. That's crazy. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, you guys. And yeah, stay tuned for more stories about, irrelevant things, nostalgia, bodybuilding. I'm going to tell you all sorts of stories. I'll put at the beginning what it's about. So if you don't want to talk about or hear about bodybuilding and stuff, you can just bypass that. And have yourselves a great day. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, hit the bell, and join me for more stories. And God bless you guys. Have a great day. Bye.